Westgarth to bounce the ball. The big game here at Moorabbin, the bounce favouring Mossop. First tap away, in comes Nargle. Strong Shepherd behind play, puts Bruns down and comes out to Mace. Mace off the left boot to half forward. Crow leading Flanagan in the race for the ball. He overruns it. Reed to tidy up for the Cats. Coming to the grandstand side. Byrne does it very well indeed. Fumbles at the second attempt. Takes plenty of time. Comes out here towards number 5 for Geelong in Gary Ablett. Hand pass smothered. Play allowed to go on Bruns. Kick well smothered. Out to Nargle. It's good play. Early mark in attack for St Kilda by Terry Smith. From defence, back towards Keel, who takes the mark at centre-half forward for St Kilda.
Now, Keel could just about kick it from here. He was going for the short one, but he changed his mind. He's 60 metres out from goal, goes for the long one, but not a long kick at all. Morwood's in there short, but can't get it. Pick up here by Lockett, but he runs into a wall of Geelong defenders. Young Tony Lockett. Very hopeful forward. Geelong quick to get the ball out of defence. Mossop from defence at the forward line. Up to Christensen. That's Johnson for Geelong. Boots it back, a short one into the midfield. Bounced the wrong way for Terry Bright. Okay there for Cronin. Shove. Cronin's free kick.
Cronin, the Western Australian at half-back for the Saints, off that raking left foot kick. It's falling a bit short. Gives Neil the opportunity in front of the pack. He tries to control it, can't do so. It's like number 36 Fiddler on the ground for St Kilda. They bobbed him up, or is it number 38? Sharon it is. Out to half forward. Good play by Toohey. To Flanagan. Back to Toohey. Look out as Cunningham claims him, but Toohey rides the tackle well. Up to half forward. Turner for Geelong in front of Elphingston, and the umpire's going to bounce it. Turner's going back expecting the mark. He was the front man, and the umpire's going to take it off him and bounce it. And the Geelong supporters don't like it. Hard to follow that one.
Here's Turner. Maybe he'll get a second chance here. Ooh. Well, both teams are really going in very hard. It's Williams, boy from the Bendigo League for Geelong. Boots along. It's a lovely long kick, fading into the forward pocket. Jackson at the back there, but side-bottom for St Kilda was there as well. They pushed the ball out of play the first time in Geelong's forward pocket.
Right forward pocket, Jackson going in against side bottom. Cowie over the back in support for St Kilda, down to Cunningham. And there's the kick around the boundary line to be thrown in. 38 Sharon has been quite prominent for St Kilda. Ball at right half forward for the Cats in this first term. Still no score, going about 3.5 minutes. Kicked away by Elphingston. Mossop there, all on his own. Should have little trouble taking that mark. Quickly gets the hand pass to Toohey. Toohey runs towards half forward. The long kick into Jackson. And he's got it. He shoved Perry out first. Stood his ground. And Jackson, back at his third home, Moorabbin, for his fourth club, Geelong, to have his first shot at goal. But he makes no mistake. That's the first score of the match.
Well, Jacko couldn't help but be fired up, playing against the club, which sacked the job. I think he kicked 40-something goals in his time here and was sacked during the season. So he's off the mark quickly. First score of the match to Jacko, but it didn't come up so terribly early. It's taken about 10 minutes of play for that to, or 5 minutes of play for that to happen. So St Kilda lead, Geelong lead 6 to St Kilda 0. Side bottom up high for that centre bounce. Sharon, Barker, oh, he looks slow, really pressured from behind by Geelong. Forward across the Nargle, a nice side swipe, back to Forward, have to kick it quickly. Geelong tackling strongly, Flanagan will be slow getting something going here. Neil gets the ball out of play. Timely mark there by Reed. Sorry, it's Williams.
15-metre penalty as side bottom knocked the ball out of his hand. Johnson leads to that well. Bad tackle by Elphingston. St Kilda looking a little crude at the start of this match. Out to Gary Ablett. He has to wait for it, but he gets there before Elphingston. Ablett on the social club side of the ground. drive the Cats deep back into attack. Leave it, says Jackson. Looking for a free kick, not on. Good feet of shepherding by Cronin. Chance for little Christensen.
Neil's in trouble.
Scratcher Neil behind the play in front of the race, got a very heavy knock, and he's going to the interchange bench. Goodness gracious me, a bad start for Geelong, losing Reynoldsson before the game. Side bottom gets it away, only as far as Peak though. Picked up by Perry for Richmond. Out the Turner and Cunningham, the two speedsters. But in, doesn't do so, and the boundary umpire will throw it back into play. As Scratcher Neil goes to the interchange bench, and coming on for Geelong, number 29, Damien Drum.
Well, here's a throw in on the outer wing. Geelong the only scorer so far. Mossop with a nice tap. Runs the rover for Geelong, can't pick it up. Mossop long kick this time. Over on the full, so St Kilda will take the free kick. Very hairy opening by the Saints. They've thrown everything at the Cats, but the Cats haven't lost anything either. They've came back very strongly. Oh, it was a dreadful kick into the man on the mark there by Perry. Recovered anyway, back towards a half-forward line. That's a fine mark. That's Cowan. Man running through as well. Sharon. Nice mark there by Crow. Crow plays on from the wing. Down to centre half-forward. Board caught out of position. Strong mark, Rayburn.
Poor hand pass though it was. Puts him under pressure. He's dispossessed by Barker. Kick forward. For St Kilda by Smith. It's bouncing up there towards Machini. He's crashed over by Reid. Boundary throw in. Strong play by Reid. And I would think of the way St Kilda have started, they'd have to cop that fairly sweet. Mossop. Crow grabs it himself. First score for the Saints is a behind.
We're testing out the boys from Geelong, the handbag side, but I think they've shaken that mantle off certainly this year. They've only dropped one game, and the ball, long one back to Peak in the centre. Oh, tremendous evident marking there by Cunningham. He's hurt himself, he crashed to the ground. Johnson, very tentative, doesn't know what to do with it. Fiddling, will lose it. Peak helps him out for Geelong, boots the ball back towards a half-forward flank. Dropped there by Brown. And the ball out on the full. Runs to take the kick. No, it won't be, it'll be Turner.
Turner to centre the ball out in front of Geelong's goal. Johnston and Jackson. Nice knock away at the second attempt. Tidied up by Cowie. It's a risky hand pass. Chance for Geelong. Putting the botting in desperately was Drum, who's come on as an interchange player for the injured Neil, but Mace was there to cover for St Kilda. It's about 40 metres out from Geelong's goal. They lead by 5 points, the Cats. Side bottom gets it down, only as far as Williams. The long hand pass, chance for Bruns. Jackson gets the hand pass, does it himself, Jackson. And he's put it through for another goal. Well played, Jackson. Jackson second, Geelong second, and they lead by 11 points at the 8-minute mark of the first quarter. Well, he did that well. He got tackled a bit low, then went for a hand pass, and the big fellow followed up. And Stephen Perry, at his second club this season, has got his hands full today.
Jackson starting with 2 goals in the first 8 minutes of play. Geelong doing their better now once they get the ball on the forward line. But St Kilda are throwing their all, giving their all in these opening minutes of the first term. Looks sticky out there, but there's a bit of solidness underneath that tag. Mossop, Cunningham, Narkle. Ducks his head underneath the tackle there from Ablett. Boots the ball down to the half-forward line. This is all right from Johns. Johns kick up the centre half-forward to Johnson. Took his eyes off it. Peter Johnson, that's a terrible mistake. That's Drum for Geelong on top of the ball, and to be balled up Geelong's half-forward line.
Geelong lead by 11 points. 9 minutes gone first term. Jackson's kicked both their goals. That's a beautiful knockout by Mossop to Bright. You let it go, Jacko. It'll be a goal. He touched it. Now he shepherds and Perry knocks it through from behind. Perhaps Jacko should have let that go. It was a good kick by Bright from half forward.
I think he realised that too, Sparky, right now, that he should have let it go. For Perry to kick the ball in. 2-1 to 1 behind. Geelong in front. The race between Gates and Frawley. But the boundary line has beaten them. Still in Geelong's forward line. Moorabbin, side bottom tries to palm. It's a dead heat there. The Rovers pick it up, boot the ball back into the centre. Morwood can't get the bounce right. Ablett threw it over his head. Narkle's got more speed than the Geelong trio. Caught, pulled down. St Kilda's Terry Smith in possession with the ball. Free kick to Ablett.
Well, he made up for that bad hand pass, and it's a double 15-metre penalty against Smith. He held onto the ball, then threw it down. This brings Gary Ablett right to centre half forward. Very good tackle after that poor hand pass. That's a good kick by Ablett. It'll be shepherded through into the post. Jackson shepherding well that time, but the accuracy wasn't there.
Brown this time to put the ball into play. His kick. Elphingston. Morwood in front this time of Bird. Oh, got rid of it before he'd taken the ball. To Cunningham, to Narkle. Narkle doing well in this quarter. Chips the ball short one into the centre of the field. Grabbed by Mace, has the long shot into the pocket though. Lockett can't hang on to it, and the ball rushed out of play. Knocked away from him, in fact, but the youngster had a go for it.
Boz, Geelong's best player last Monday in their defeat at home against North Melbourne, spoiling superbly there. Boundary throw in right forward pocket for the Saints. Mossop palms it to Reid. Reid to Williams. Williams beautifully threads the hand pass to Christensen. Back towards Johnson in the centre. Cowie to spoil. To tidy up big side bottom. They do that well. Side bottom's kick is a good one. It's marked by Smith right at centre half forward. Perhaps a missed kick, but it found its target. Terry Smith, 50 metres out from goal, directly in front. Chance to register the Saints' first goal they desperately needed. Holding up, it's falling a bit short. Lockett gets in front, he's got it. Great mark by the young full forward, Tony Lockett. Just 15 metres out. The angle is quite acute. .65 degrees. First goal for the Saints, kicked by Lockett. That's his 21st goal for the season. Tony Lockett, a real star in a side on the bottom of the ladder. 20 goals in the first 4 matches, and Mark Boz is going to have his hands full today.
Minute mark, first term. Geelong leads St.Kilda 14-7. Side bottom. Mossop beats him. Another ball up. Although the surface does look very muddy, it's only 1 or 2 inches. It's quite a solid foundation underneath that surface mud, that centre. And the umpire will bounce the ball, and he gets great height out of that. Side bottom this time. Mace couldn't get it away. Smith takes it now. Boots the ball down towards Barker. Barker got his hands to it. Lockett's there as well. They had a wrestle for the ball. One should have taken it. Defender's delight. Dive on the ball. St Kilda's half forward line.
Gee, you've got to admire Ray Burns' courage. He went back into that pack about 3 times. He's only a little guy. There he is, number 2 for Geelong at his 3rd club. Mossop, but only goes as far as Fashini. Up to Lockett. The Saints starting to play a little better, and they're certainly helped by having a spearhead to fire the ball at. Tony Lockett, most impressive youngster. In a season where the full forwards are kicking goals, none are doing much better than this young man who's playing in the bottom side. Oh, what a beautiful kick. That's his 2nd goal.
Well, both full forwards have kicked 2 goals in 14 minutes in this opening term, and there's 1 point separating them with Geelong in front. So, Smokey, you might be right, there could be a feast of goals booted here by full forwards at Moorabbin. Geelong 14 leads St Kilda 13. Side bottom had the better run that time, gets the ball away, furthered on there by Mace. Or Rayburn missed that one. Flanagan too slow, let's call him, can't pick it up. Byrne kicks it back, he's doing well on the defence. Johns gets a lead, floats it out towards Williams on the half volley, shot past him, grabbed by Mace, good football, but Johns kept playing, pushed Mace out of play, and the ball to be thrown in on the outer side, St Kilda's half-forward line.
Saints supporters on the grandstand side, certainly giving their team the vocal support. Not too many Geelong fans out there in the outer as Mossop tries to do it himself. Young Christensen does it well, gets it across to Williams. Williams to half-forward, infringement on Johnston. Yates with strong play, gets it cleverly to Bright. Bright will fire at goal, and he's put it through for Geelong's third, and it's back to a 7-point lead for the Cats. Good play by Johnston to get it across to Bright. And he's a dangerous half-forward, Terry Bright. Certainly playing with far more determination this season, it would appear, with Jackson up at full forward. And the Western Australian Cronin has a difficult assignment of minding him at this stage of the match.
Terry Bright's first goal has put Geelong 7 points in front. Side bottom and Mossop, they're doing well. Side bottom again, Mace. Ball forward, wraps his hands around this one. Been trying awfully hard for little result. Flanagan's great big frame gets in it. And good plays, he gives it to Toohey. Toohey's kick up towards the half-forward line. Oh, slipping in there is it's Skill. In the back there on Drum. And Drum will take the free kick. Lucky there, but Keir was last man on the stack. Drum's kick. Johnson. Peak. Johnson slips over. Easy mark there for Cowie.
Johnston appealing for a push. It did appear as if he got a bit of a shove. Cowie back towards the wing. Up high was Ablett. And the ball has been run over the line for a throw-in by young John, who's made quite an impressive debut. Number 46, Gary Johns, in his first game picking up the Saints skipper, Trevor Barker, who makes a welcome return to the St Kilda lineup this afternoon. 20-13, Geelong in front by 7 points. Free kick to Mossop against side bottom. No one on the mark, so Mossop, quick to take advantage of that, goes long to Jackson and Perry. Over to Drum. Good little bit of play that by Drum. Geelong's fourth goal. Well played, Damien Drum.
Well, he was a player who replaced Scratch O'Neill in the early minutes of the game, and already he's showing his influence. Tall and quick, and he certainly knows where the goals are.
Loose play by St Kilda not to pick up Mossop's mark, so he was able to gain that extra distance and drive the ball to the goal square.
Geelong double St Kilda score 26-13. 90 minutes through this first term, and the bounce will favour side bottom. He got the nice tap away. Back to Smith. Oh, he was too slow. Ball to the ground. Geelong will get out of it here okay. It's Yates. Gets his kick in before he's taken. Peak in front of the pack. Good, quick, fast play by Peak. He is very, very quick over the first few metres. But he's a long way from goal. Jackson giving him the high side to kick it long into the goal square, and Peak's doing just that. It's Jackson and Perry. Jacko's strong arms there. Grabbed, gone through. And the score goes to the Cats. Another behind. 27-13.
Geelong going with the breeze at their back, but slightly across the ground. As Brown comes to the grandstand side looking for Elphingston. Good spoil by Ablett. Can't get the ball out, so it'll be bounced to the left half forward for Geelong. The grandstand side would appear to be the side from which to score goals for Moorabbin today. 20 minutes gone first term. 27-13. Side bottom, but he gives it to the wrong man, Christensen. Fashini for St Kilda. Doesn't cover much ground there. Misunderstanding. Elphingston forward, only as far as Yates. Breaks a tackle, plays it well, short, over the head of Ablett. In chips Williams. He got one high too. Goodness me.
Just wonder whether Cunningham had kicked that one out on the full on purpose then. Pete takes a free kick, looks for Jackson once more. Jackson, the centre of that pack. The
free kick to Geelong,
yeah, well, the Saints are up there, not even considering what they're doing about their arms and legs.
And it's umpires allow the advantage rule. Jackson's run on and kicked his third goal, but very bad play by St Kilda. Geelong take a handy lead by 20 points. Jumping up indiscriminately into the pack there. St Kilda defence most untidy.
Geelong rushed away to a 20-point lead. Side of one wins again for that centre bounce. That's Turner for Geelong trying to get the ball. Certainly a lot of packs gathering when players bring the ball to ground, and then it takes a bit of an effort to move out again. Mossop's turn this time, but side bottom has beaten him once more. Tui boot the ball. Kick it well. Elphingston. The long kick to Crow. Flanagan's playing at centre half back. That's a mammoth task for a big, slow, lumbering fellow, but he's outmarked Crow on 2 occasions. Boots the ball wobbly out towards Turner. Through his legs, gives Cunningham a chance. Tons of balance, tons of football in him. Shoots it to Fashini. Fashini's tackled by Ablett. Play on, across the push in the back. Geelong with a chance. Terry Bright's tackle strongly from behind by Brown. Holding the ball. He didn't know Brown was so close.
Frawley takes it quickly across to Fashini. Fashini goes wide looking for Smith. Tui is there to spoil. Does it well. Smith follows up pretty effectively. Hand pass taken by Sharon. Oh, lovely smother off the boot by Tui. That's a good hand pass. Across from Christensen to Turner, but his bounce almost brings him unstuck. He gets back onto his left boot. In towards half forward. Johnson and Jackson was right in the back. Down the ground. Kicked off by Drum. Out in front of goal, but Machini will get there first. Can't control it. Kicks it away to Nargle. He's pushed in the back. Nargle goes for a short pass, and he finds Elphingston at centre half back. He's told to play on, I don't know why. He goes out where Tui will take the mark, and he's playing a fantastic game at half back with the Cats, Bernard Tui.
Strong and rugged and likes it hard. Jackson let out well, won't carry to him. Jacko charges after once more. He's playing the ball at this stage, and here he has a go at Cunningham, but he backs off sensibly. Geelong in possession. Runs it away from his left. Out of defence to the half-forward line of Smith. Smith, good catch. Plays on. Port Mason's in the good position. Forward went through his legs. Looking for the free kick. He'll get it. St Kilda with the free kick. Taken by Mason to centre the field. Keel runs away from the pack. Oh, clever mark. 45 metres from goal. Barker running back into the goal square. Ball in front of him. He goes for a left footer and puts it out. Out of the full. Geelong breathe a sigh of relief.
Poor play by Keel. Running off and going onto the left boot and into the defensive pocket. This is Johns, his first game for Geelong, popping it in short and finding his teammate in front. Good kick that by Johns. Runs at half back. Told to play on now. He was going to get a 15-metre penalty. They've all stopped up the ground. It's kicked back by Elphingston. Flanagan's in front again. Doesn't try and mark that time. Barker might be first there. What can he do? Fall over. The ball now is out of bounds in front of the visiting players' race. And right half forward for the Saints. Geelong are leading by 20 points at the 23-minute mark of the first term. Barker a chance. It's his first game for the season, remember, so he's got a screw in his knee. He's got to find match tempo, and he's starting to pick it up rapidly. Runs emerges. Williams, easily around Mace. On to Peake. This is good football, Geelong. Bad disposal by Peake. Didn't give that too much thought. Ball knocked out of play by Drum. Back on St Kilda's half-forward flank. They lead 33 to St Kilda's 13. Mossop and side bottom. Side bottom locking arms there with Mossop. Over the back to Mason. Williams having a pretty good tussle in the centre. Good spoil by Flanagan. Yates to Flanagan. Flanagan goes long. The ball will bounce free at half forward. Jackson knocks it cleverly forward for Drum. In comes Frawley. Knocks it towards Geelong's goal. Little Christensen is there and it's forced through for a rush behind. 5-4. Let's have a look at those stats. Mace has had 8 possessions, 7 kicks and a handball, and Williams has had 4 kicks and 4 handballs, so they've had 8 possessions apiece.
Gary's kick to the set. Mossop was the best bet there. Best and biggest in that group. The long kick. Jackson. Jackson's a target. Peary in front of him. Jackson to the ground. Handball looks all right. Alfingson floats one down towards Narkle. Can he get there? He can't. St Kilda seems to be a bit rattled at the moment with their field kicking. It's certainly not going to their teammates effectively.
Mossop to Bruns. Oh, in the ear. Again. Threw it away. Williams and Mason again. Mace grabbed without it. And the umpire says he'll bounce it. Oh. Side bottom's fired up. And that's perhaps why. He's got a very bad cut over the eye. And Williams is going to get the free kick, obviously side bottom, as you can see. Must have copped something he didn't like, because he made his intentions clear, and the free kick is finished up with Williams of Geelong. That's not a bad looking kick, just offline, and Geelong stripped behind. They lead by 22 points. We've played half a minute of time on in this first term.
To see what I think that Kanai has on side bottom. Mossop right with him, and the ball coming towards side bottom because he's Kilda's best bet. Knocked away from him. Narkle in the right position. Tapped it on, looking for some advantage there. Good play by Williams. Narkle in getting possession. The tackling strong by the Cats. And look at number 29, Geelong's drum right in there. What a strong one. Vice grip on Crawley. Side bottom now to add further to his Murray's. His leg's gone.
Yeah, that's a tragedy.
It is a tragedy. Side bottom coming on.
What bad luck for the big fellow. He got that, knocked it near the eye, and he's now gone down with a bad leg injury. Crow only gets it as far as Bruns. Geelong back into attack. Johnston in front. Well tackled by Cronin. The ball is pinned to him by Bright and Johnston. The 2 threes there. Johnston for Geelong and Cronin for St Kilda. Bounced at half forward. Johnston. Mace kicks it away for St Kilda. Ablett has the chance for Geelong, and he takes the mark.
And Gary Ablett, his first match for 3 weeks. Long kick. Peak, good smother. Crow now on the back line. Drives the ball back into the centre. Tremaine number 40, but forward. Oh, he had it blocked away, trying to get through Williams, but Williams had his hand up high. The free kick to Morwood. He's quick to get off. Drives it out to Smith. Good move here. Then Morwood calls for it again. Well, he's certainly motivated to get things going. The shot there is a good one. Straight to Fashini. Fashini within kicking distance. The Saints certainly need it. They're trailing by 22 points. Beautiful pass, but he'll have to go back. Have to go back. He played on. Should have. And the way Tony Lockett's performing, he would have booted that goal for sure. He's kicked 2 out of 2 shots. So Fashini will have to go for the long shot. Does. Maybe it won't make any difference. It did, however, and Fashini's kick are behind.
Cats by 21 points, 28 minutes gone in the first term here at Moorabbin. Mason pushes it forward. Morwood has the opportunity. Set on the ball, runs. Didn't wait for a whistle, went after it. And there's Tomei, who's just come on the ground, marking at half-back for the Saints. Big Crow has been forced to move into the ruck. Cowie's gone into the centre-half forward position. And Gary Ablett gets a free right in front of the St Kilda stand. And being nudged out by Narkle. Long, not wasting time. Jackson, Bright the scout. That's where they might... Quarter time at Moorabbin. And Geelong, they use it.
Geelong 35, really thrashing St Kilda on 14. Bad bounce that time. Mace, though, for the Saints gets hold of it. Cowie went hard for the Saints, another baller. This time it's St Kilda's chance to kick with the breeze, which is favouring the South Road end. That's a better bounce from the umpire. Cleanly. Markle's been effective for the Saints. Runs, skies it. Blackman thrashed and flail around there too. He gets it away. Narkle picks it up, boots it quickly over his shoulder. Barker and Johns. Flanagan lumbers after it. He's doing well. He's beaten Crow in that position. Barker tries it. His first game for the season. Threw it down. Free kick.
He knew it. He wasn't looking for the ball as Boz gets the free kick for the Cats. St Kilda have made a switch. They put Crow to full back and Perry to centre half forward. I think they might be robbing Peter to pay Paul there as Fashini screws it back over his shoulder. And there's that impressive young man, Johns, taking a mark at centre half back, and we have a bit of a dust-up with Tui taking on a couple. Ball back to the wing. Keel loses possession. Clean-shaven Peak gets it out as far as to May, who came on off the interchange bench just before quarter time to replace the badly injured side bottom. And Drum came off the interchange bench early to replace the probably worse injured Neil. Fashini for kick number 7. And there's young John again in front of Barker.
First gamer, and this guy came from the same club where the Nan Curvis boys started. That was Barwin. If he's anywhere near as good as him, he'll be a champion. Keel. Oops, Sharon, not on. Rayburn, cool as a cucumber. To Reed. To Boz. To the half-forward line of Johnson. Straight past he. Johnson gets it now. Turner. Really caught, but cleverly gets to his feet. Boots the ball well into play. Down towards Brighton Jackson. Right-handed, lost it. Looks for the free kick. The Saints really in trouble. Yates was really up there. It was a very, very strong tackle by Brown. And the free kick goes to Brown. A great tackle.
Brown at half-back for St Kilda. Pretty fine effort that by Terry Brighton that went unrewarded. Into the centre. Chance hand for Perry. He only gets it to the opposition man in Williams. Byrne tackle a bit high. It comes back to Perry. Williams falls on it and gets it out as far as Byrne. This is Yates to half forward. Pete to Williams. Oh, clever play to Turner. Turner's too quick. It's like a slippery eel. Into centre half forward. Crow fisted away. Jackson cleverly out to Bright. Oh, great play. Great play, but Bright's kicked offline. Superb knock on by Jackson.
Good to see the fighting courage of Terry Bright then, because he's been maligned as a player not going for the hard ball, but he went for the hard ball that time. A nicely placed shot. Well, the crowd thought he was put down after he'd taken it. It wasn't too bad by Turner. His kick up towards Elphington, but chipping in there is Cunningham. Well, he needs to play a crackerjack game for the Saints this afternoon. Nice mark there by Boz. Boz in front of young Tony Lockett.
Boz up almost to centre half back. He's going to the defensive side of the ground. Yates gets in front. Playing as a ruck rover today. He's got no one to kick it to, and he finds Cunningham in the centre of the ground, having a tremendous tussle with Turner. Out to Tomei. That's what Cunningham was looking for. Long into the pocket. Reed and Sharon. Oh. He's rough and ready, Sharon. And Reed suggested to the umpire that he was tackled a bit high. I think most people on the ground would have agreed with that.
St Kilda really in bother now with side bottom off the field. Mossop will have a field day now. Terry Smith had a fresh air shot. Went for the doctor. And the ball up. Oh, good play by Perry. Was again. Lifts the ball down at half-back lane alongside the boundary line. Cunningham and Turner. The ball out. Cunningham takes it through.
Goes short to Fashini. He was looking perhaps to get rid of it quickly. He goes long, but it's going to fall a bit short, but it comes off. Oh, goodness gracious me. Tui to Flanagan. Gee, they're missing plenty. Flanagan to Bruns. Well, that's tit for tat, I suppose, and Cunningham nearly held a good one. They know what they've got to do to earn a kick, but they really have to earn them today, don't they?
That was a mark for Terry Smith for sure, wasn't it?
If not a mark, it had to be a free.
Well, here goes Mossop, carrying the tall player, number 20 for St Kilda, had a game the ruck at the moment. Oh, this looks all right. Looking good. Cronin. Oh, Tony Lockett looking a bit slow when he went for that one, giving St Kilda every chance on the back line. One big fella to another. It's Flanagan to Tui. Tui's kick. He relayed free on the half-forward line. The St Kilda team giving away ridiculous free kicks, a sign of a really rattled side, so early in the match. Johnson on the half-forward line for Geelong. Oh, the long kick. Not a long one at all. Oh, and Christensen just floated in, judged the flight of that ball brilliantly for a small player. This mark 30 metres from goal. Geelong leading 36-14. Saints fans have really heated up after some bad decisions which they feel have been given against them. Christensen, wiping left footer, didn't make the distance, was knocked back into play. Hit the post, and it's a behind.
May making space on the grandstand side. He'll take the kick in. He's got plenty of territory, getting away from Christensen. Brown wanting it back, but he goes a bit longer. Cunningham and Turner, there's fireworks and plenty there. The peak up the right. My word, he's playing with a new lease of life. He ignores Jackson and goes for the goals. Johnston, beautiful play. Great goal by the big fellow. He had his name written all over that because he ran in with the flight of the ball. And that was a good kick by Bright to put it in front of the sticks, ignoring Jackson's short lead.
Geelong go further ahead, 43-14. They've scored the only goal on the terms. Kilda still on 2-2. Thrown out of the pack. The umpires are feeling letting it go somewhat. That's Peake and Mace, the 2 sevens.
You just made the understatement of the season, Jeffrey. Somewhat.
Well, maybe it's the best thing. Let's see them sort themselves out, Smokey.
Mossop and Cowie, all they're doing is plucking the ruck infringement, and they missed one there. Smith straight down the ground. Reid on his own. Another 15-metre penalty by Jingo there, an undisciplined side, St Kilda. Mossop the target. It's falling a bit short, so little Bruns will take it. He judged that to a nicety. Jackson leads out. Williams to Johnston is good play. Johnston forced to kick with the left boot. Cronin dropping back as the only man home. Swirling in the breeze, but he does it well. Comes to the grandstand side where there's some protection, but he only finds Peake. Not a good kick by Cronin.
Dangerous man, Peake. That's brilliant disposal. Goes for the long shot. Jackson right behind him. Jackson, tries the one-hander. I don't think his other one was held, really. Jacko goes in. Uses his weight. Frawley was the man. Out of the flank position now. It's Morwood and Bird. Bird chips in front. Had better judgment. Helped out brilliantly there by the big fellow Mossop. Throws the ball out. Good play, the Cats. Picked up by Christensen. Across to Drum. Drum's left footer now into the forward pocket to Johnson, who just kicked their last goal. Elphingston gets it out of the way. Johnson recovers well. The Cats are playing at the top of their form. Christensen. The chip shot. Where's Peake? He's not there. Elphingston. Past him. Ball coming out loosely now. Turner with speed. He runs around the man on the mark. Boots for goal. That'll be a classic if he gets that. It is. Great goal, Turner.
Jeffrey Ling, you are the master of the understatement. You've done it twice. What a goal by Turner.
I like the way he just put on a little bit of acceleration there, found his balance and ran towards the boundary line, shrugged off that tackle and knew where the goals were and just kicked it beautifully.
The Geelong skipper leading by example. That's a handy lead. 35 points at the 10-minute mark of this second term. Drum out to Byrne, and the Cats will go back into attack. The target is Bright. Cronin not able to spoil. And Terry Bright, another focal point for the Cats to fire in attack this afternoon. The lead is from Johnston. Yates gets there first. Led well in the defensive pocket. This time Johnston leads. Yates is going to go towards the big sticks. He'll find them. He has. Lovely kick by Yates.
3 goals straight Geelong in the 10 minutes of this second term. And whilst kicking 3 goals, they've kept St Kilda scoreless. Geelong are hot with 3 goals in this opening 10 minutes of the second term. St Kilda just can't bottle them up at all. Once again, the kick is deflected. Cunningham having a good battle with Turner. Hoots the ball back into the centre, but there's Byrne for Geelong. Long on a high one to the half-forward line. Smaller players will wait for it. Fed out there by Williams across to Turner. Can he repeat the dose for the beautiful? Another goal. That's to Jackson over his head. Jacko spilt it. Could have taken it. Should have taken it. The ball swatted over the line. The umpire coming back. And the free kick going to Jacko.
Delivered out of bounds, Jeff, against Crow. After Jackson perhaps looked as if he was going to take the mark. It was a good spoil, but then Crow knocked the ball out of bounds near the behind post. And umpire Westgarth quick to come in and award the free kick. Jackson kicked 3 in the first term. Comes in too close to the man on the mark. Kick smothered. Chance for Christensen. He gets it to Bruns, and Bruns puts it through for another one. That's too easy. Good play by Christensen and Bruns, the Geelong Rovers, and they get another goal.
Well, the Saints open up with all the huff and puff that you could possibly muster for this game. They were really hyped up for this one against the Cats, felt like they could win, really attack the ball and attack the players. But I think Geelong have taken St Kilda's best in this match and are going on to play winning football. Four goals straight in his second term to Geelong. St Kilda scoreless in the term. Mossop, Christensen, big fella Mossop again. Yates, long kick to down to Jackson. Crow, who's playing at full back on Jackson. Jacko knocking it down to the Rover in front if he can get there. Tomei's tackled strongly by Jacko. It will be balled up. Ball up about 30 metres out from Geelong's goal. And an army of players get around that bounce. Jackson, the ruckman, threads it through the arms and legs. Free kick to the Saints.
Easy to see why they've been dominant, Jeff. Geelong have had 40 kicks so far in this second term. This St Kilda's 16. As a good spoil by Ablett on Narkle. Geelong's total for the first term was 50. So they've really had dominant possession, and particularly across the half-forward line. Mossop, that's a good hit into a bit of space for Williams. It's going a bit far for him, but he'll get it to Flanagan. Flanagan for the running Byrne. Byrne to half-forward. Oh, Bright was pulled down by Cronin, who knocks it away. Out as far as Sharon. By God, he doesn't mind knocking a man over. Christensen gets it out to Bruns. Crow in front, takes the mark. A good spoil by Drum. Gee, that was courage. He put himself right across the boot. Out to Mossop. Mossop will do it himself. Johnston dropping back. Strong hands. And he's marked 35 metres out from goal. St Kilda have got Darryl Cunningham on the interchange area warming up. But Johnston with strong hands. There's Darryl Cunningham. Sid McRae telling Perry to come off the ground. A kick from Johnston. Just drifting across perhaps a little too much. Yes, it was. 1 goal, 1. And Daryl Cunningham, a small mobile player, going to centre half forward on the taller Flanagan. Frawley the target, good spoil by Peake, down to Turner, out of bounds.
Geelong's half-forward flank with Mossop and Cowie. Mossop over the back. No opposition, or not much of it anyway, now that Sidebottom's off the field. Neat handball, but came unstuck as Smith gets it for the Saints. Oh, Frawley was not on there. Abbott's playing well in his comeback game, hasn't played for 3 weeks. A long kick to all those... Oh, Jacko didn't get off the ground. Strength and the mighty grip in those stone hands of his. Really a top mark, did not get off the ground at all, just popped them out of the way, just with his body. 3 goals for Jackson in the first term was really match-winning stuff. Oh, never in doubt. Well, oh, it's swung back up and gone through. 4 goals to Jacko, 24 for the season. Geelong really blitzing the Saints in their second term. That's their 5th goal. And St.Kilda have been kept scores in this second term. They've got 2-2 on the board at the moment.
Jeff Cunningham's gone to centre half forward, and Sharon onto the wing. Desperate things require desperate measure. There's Cunningham and on Flanagan. Mossop to Bruns, who loses it to Machini, but Yates puts his body in on the Turner. The Geelong skipper grabs it on the Bruns. Full head of steam up. Open goal ahead. Second for the corner. Bruns. Great passage of play. Another goal. Tremendous stuff by Geelong. They really have taken a physical battering and have gone on strongly and played superb football in this second term. They've kicked 6 goals to 3 and have held St Kilda scoreless in the first 17 minutes.
Now it's Cowie for St Kilda versus Mossop for Geelong for the centre bounce. Well, Cowie, that big spot, but went the wrong way. Williams it is to Peake. Peake really getting a feel for it. It's a great wet weather player is Brian Peake. Really bottling things up there is Frawley. Really socking piece of ground here, and the ball went flat into it. Terry Smith. Williams, a long centre player, recruit from the Bendigo League. Across to Johnson. He didn't need it. Went to Christensen. Across to Bright. Over to Christensen now. To Jackson, coming in for his 5th. Thank you. Seven-goal quarter in about 18.5 minutes. And Geelong really mean business. They want 4 points and percentage in this game against St Kilda to make up for last round's defeat, which was their only one for the season. So they look like winning 4 out of 5.
A bit early yet, Jeff, but by Jingo they're 13 goals in front. Unbelievable. They're winning everywhere. Byrne to Williams. Narkle eludes one tackle, then gives it back to Cronin. Touched off the boot. Back to Narkle. Straight down the ground. Barker and young Johns over their head. No one else at home for St Kilda. And that's about as far forward as they've gone for the term so far. And we've been going just over 19 minutes. And he's left Trevor Barker freezing in the forward pocket.
Knocked down by Mossop with runs. Barker's in there trying to do something. There's very few experienced St Kilda players out. There's Barker and there's Cunningham and perhaps Elphingston, but the rest of them are relatively new to the game. Mossop enjoying it. Reid, their backman. Geelong to Turner and Sharon. Turner got up, dropped it. Battle's on. Forward. Trying to do something. He's another experienced player in the St Kilda makeup, but he hasn't done much either because the ball hasn't come his way very often.
And left half forward for the Saints. Mossop to Williams. Gets it out towards Yates. Graham without the ball, and Yates gets the free at centre half back for Geelong. Johnson the target. He's a pretty good one today. Nearly knocked Terry Bright over. He wasn't expecting that. Out to Bruns. Mace will get there first. Can he control it? Yes, he can. Comes to the grandstand side. Straight the drum. To Williams. To Turner. Jackson the target. Crow the spoiler. To Bright. Back towards Big Crow. And little Brun just tips him over the line. Boundary throw in at left half, or the right half forward for the Cats on the grandstand side. Geelong lead by 66 points. I say 13 goals before, I said meant to be 11.
Turner. To Bright. Oh, good tap away there. Crow gets it very deliberately as he put it under his boot.
Oh,
to the left, runs it up, knocked away from him, and will take the free kick.
Well, that was a reportable offence, Jeff, early in the season.
Becoming very, very physical, aren't they? Or continuing to be very physical. Can Jacko take another one? No, he can't get there. He didn't shuffle himself off enough, and Alfredson runs in to take a very easy mark on that back line. Gets a call from Fashini. Whoop, Ablett was there. Fashini and Narkle, and Narkle chips it across towards Keel. Keel on the centre wing now. Handball to Daryl Cunningham, and just on to about 5 minutes. The long kick, Trevor Barker, perhaps his first game. Not the Trevor Barker we know. He hasn't got back that Trevor Barkerness of old. It's his first game for the year, and that's St Kilda's first score for the quarter. They're 2-3, Geelong 12-8.
Boz goes wide looking for Ablett. Finds him at half back on that outer side. Calling, oh, he kicked it into a teammate, but he'll get the second chance. Boz was coming right down the ground as he went for the pass. You'll find Williams. Oh, goodness me. Chiron's got to get more discipline into his game. Good kick by Williams. Finds Christensen. That's a 15-metre penalty. No. Christensen. That's a bad kick to a nest of St Kilda players. And Cowie taking the mark. On to Cronin. Cronin towards the wing. Bounce favours Tui. Mossop to Williams. Oh, look at these Geelong players on the flank. Williams goes in towards centre half forward. He ignored them and he finds Johnson. That's a better place for it. Good kick by Williams. My word, he uses the ball well. Johnson sees a lead from Pete, and he chips to take the mark well within scoring range, about 40 metres out on the slightest of angles. Completely dominant in this second term, Geelong. They've added 7 goals, 3 to St Kilda's 1 behind. Make that 7-4. Pete's first score behind. Williams has had 11 possessions, 5 kicks and 6 hand passes, and he's used the ball very well for a Geelong centre man.
The ball well back into play. That was Cowie and Morwood waiting for him to come over the back. Morwood's kick to Jeff Cunningham. Now on towards Crow. He's fumbling badly. He's really typical flying St Kilda's play. Tui just steals the easy ball then. Boots it out towards Christensen. Narkle doesn't look too interested. Keel neither, who's chasing Christensen. The Saints seem to have given up at this stage. Runs and Mace. Jerry Bright perhaps will come into the action. Good play by Mace, who really backed himself to get that ball. Shocking disposal. Christensen for the Cats. Across to Bruns. That wasn't too good either. There was handball concerned. The ball was tapped across.
Pretty untidy play from both sides in that passage. 24 minutes gone in the second term. All Geelong here. Crow back on the ball. Gets it out towards forward. Putting himself in was Bruns. Narkle for St Kilda. To put the Saints back into attack. Cunningham the target over his head with Flanagan. Byrne. Very cool at half back. Turner and Chiron. Or Daryl Cunningham came in. Tui tries to get it out to Turner, does get it out to Turner. He gets it on the drum. Drum to Williams is fine play. Williams towards Jackson. Had his arm removed from the ball. In comes Elphingston, he's claimed. Jackson following up well. Oh, that's good play. Tries to get it back to Yates. And now it's hand passed into no man's land. In comes little Christensen with that ability to spin onto the left boot. Gets it to Williams. Williams back in towards Johnston. And there's a good mark in defence by Mace.
Mace backs forward. Oh, charging in there was Ablett. Had a lot of pace there. Morwood a bit unlucky. The ball came to him too slowly. Bruns floats one up in the air. Yates! They can do no long, but by gee, I'm impressed with Geelong centre Williams. Playing a marvellous game in the centre. His ball-getting ability and his disposal, first class. Yates, one in this quarter. And you would have thought he would have kicked that with consummate ease. A very hopeless miss, just as well it's not a tight game.
Bad miss. Perhaps he took it just a little too easily. Jeffy tried to steer the ball through, perhaps, rather than kick it as hard as he might have. Here's if Perry's back at full-back and he goes short. Forward. Ironical cheers into Narkle. And the Saints fans coming forth with the ironical cheers at this stage of the game to Fashini. He goes short. Finds Keel. They haven't gained much in distance. Tui, the man on the mark, is on the centre square. Keel's kick falling short. Boz in front, overruns it. Barker puts his body in, tries to run through the pack. Jeff Cunningham only gets it as far as Christensen, and he gets it out to Boz coolly. Boz will go wide. Bounce favours Elphingston. Good bit of shepherding. Oh, lovely smother by Gary Ablett doing the hard things. Comes back to Elphingston. Drum to spoil. Reed to smother. Back to big Flanagan. Flanagan to Reed. Puts him under the hammer. Reed does it very well to get it back to Drum. To Flanagan. And that's far too much fiddling. Peake's kick smothered. He's able to gather and get it only as far as Crow, hovering across the half-back line.
Crow will do what he does best and kick the ball long. Geelong starting to fiddle now. They're starting to be fancy Dans, I think, so far in front. Ball thrown out quickly as Tui shrugs that tackle. Whoops, coming through Smith and he lost it. And a headbutt coming as well. The Saints, there's no way for them to go. They're playing so poorly. They don't seem to have a key player anywhere who can lift them. Bernard Tui. No, it's Johns rather. Looks a bit like Tui. Thumps the ball down to the man in front. That's Tui. That's Brown for the Saints. Kicks a high one up towards young Lockett, number 14 for the Saints. He kicked too early, but hasn't had too many chances since. Ball out of play.
Boundary throw in, right forward pocket for the Saints, about 10 metres from their behind post. Cunningham comes in and pushes Mossop out of the road. Out to Byrne. Byrne will kick it wide. Turner just gets there. Lovely effort by the Geelong skipper. On to Williams. He'll give it on to Christensen. Oh, he fumbled. Back to Williams. He's a cool customer, isn't he? Oh, what a great second quarter by Geelong. Geelong at half-time. Crow on the ball for the Saints. Williams, yet another possession, across to Ablett. On to Bruns. To Tui. No, this is young Johns. What a good player he's been. Out wide. It's a bit far for Jackson. Not a stall give finalist Jacko, but certainly an effective full forward. Perhaps a soccer player as well. 5 goals in the first half for Jackson. Down to Bruns. Yates waiting for it. Not a particularly good hand pass. Gives Cower the opportunity. His knock-on goes wide of the target to May. Turner. Smith is there for St.Kilda. Beautifully tackled by Drum. Back to Tomei. And only as far as Tui, who's look-alike young Johns, has been a fine player in his first game for the Cats. A long kick from Tui into full forward.
Oh, it was Cowie again, knocked it away from Johnson. Picked up by Brown. Morwood right on the boundary line. Now, Morwood hasn't done enough for the Saints. He fumbled very, very badly in the first term, but couldn't get into the play at all in the second. Fashini was active in the first half, but there's not too much experience in this St.Kilda side to give them any sort of leadership. Cronin. The handball to Morwood. Morwood, this looks a bit better to Elphingston. Slipped in there nicely. Poorly capped off there with that bad kick. Tomei's in trouble. Ball up St Kilda's half-forward line.
Good tackle by Tui on Tomei, and that certainly has been a feature of Geelong's play today. They're strong tackling and smothering. They're doing the hard things well. Mace. Here's young Johns again. Cunningham drags him down when not in possession. That's something St Kilda hasn't done well, is tackle. And Johns has the free kick at half-back for the Cats. 15-metre penalty against Cunningham, who came well over the mark. Jeff Cunningham now playing at centre half-forward. Saints reshuffling their side when Sidebottom went off just before quarter time with a bad injury. Johnston. Will go long. Perry. Byrne is there with Daryl Cunningham, who's quite nippy, but Byrne puts his body in well. Back towards Ablett. Narkle gets it cleverly on to Daryl Cunningham. That's a good kick. Barker. Bronx cheers. He hasn't had many possessions. He used that well. Out to Smith. Smith on to Daryl Cunningham. It's good play. Bruns goal. Free kick to Bruns. An absolutely dreadful piece of play by Jeff Cunningham. And you'll see Bruns holding his head and being attended by a Geelong trainer. Jeff Cunningham's shepherd just ran straight at Bruns and knocked him right over. Very poor, undisciplined football again by St Kilda.
Well, that's what happens to a side who's been absolutely thrashed. They started off in a very rugged manner, and they've been beaten. I guess they're dropping to a poor standard. Ablett's first game for 3 weeks. He's played pretty well, likewise. Yates couldn't take it. St Kilda ganging up now to try and get things moving. Narkle's had a few kicks, but he hasn't done much with them. We'll get up this time with a free kick to Morwood. Now Morwood will kick it across the centre. Here they go, Fascini onto Tomei. Tomei up to full forward. Lockett! And that's his first touch since quarter time. He kicked 2 good goals in the early part of the first term. Was almost touchless in the second, but that was a fine mark. The chance to kick St Kilda's first goal for more than 35 minutes. Tony Lockett, the 18-year-old, performed very well this season, has kicked 22 goals so far. And that looks pretty straight. Good goal, a very timely one. The Saints are desperate for that. So they're now 3-3 to Geelong's 12-10. 61 points in favour of the Cats.
Well, we saw Simon Beasley kick 8 goals of Footscray's 9 against Geelong in round 2. And young Tony Lockett has kicked St Kilda's 3 goals so far in the match, and we've gone 4 minutes in the third term. The Cats lead by 61 points. Crow rucking against Mossop, who wins it. Runs. Narkle for St Kilda. Over the head of Turner, gives Mace the opportunity. Tui puts his body in. Gets well tackled and he'll be penalised. Mace to get the free kick. Well, he's one St Kilda player who certainly has put his body in effectively and fairly and done it well. Mace towards half forward. Reed dropping back. Keel gets legged. Should have got a free. Williams tries to get through the pack. He'll be tackled, penalised. St Kilda free kick. Barker, the Saints skipper. First game back for the season, just about within scoring range, getting a bit of protection there from the grandstand. Now we're watching the start of a St Kilda revival. Ball coming free at the head of the square. Good play by Bruns, kicked off the ground by Yates, out as far as Ablett. Geez, quick off the mark, Gary Ablett runs about 25 metres and will be penalised. He went too far back in the centre. He'd got away from his opponents and then was looking for support. And the ball will come back until Ablett is placed in the correct position on the mark between the centre circle, where Narkle has the football, and the square.
Well, Trevor Barker's given the lead, so too has Lockett, so you have to ignore that. And the ball screwed away on the wrong side of his boot, but Mace has been active. Tomei quickly onto his boot, not a good kick at all. is Sharon. That looks better. Tomei's missed it. It's out of play. A throw-in. It's St Kilda's forward pocket. Is it? The umpire's conferring there.
Boundary umpire indicating that the ball was touched into the behind post, Jeff, so that's why we have the throw-in. Mossop and Crow over the back. Crow grabs it, chance to score. Out of bounds on the full. He was under pressure. And Boz will take the resultant free. And they're working a tag here, St Kilda. Crow is following Mossop wherever he goes, which could be a pretty good move. Bright up high, good effort. Comes back to Bright. Oh, Ablett's free kick. He was grabbed very high and badly without the ball. Gary Ablett. Yates calls for it, that's a good lead. Good kick, Yates all on his own, plenty of room to move. Bruns inboard. Bruns wants it in the centre, but Yates will go longer. Johnson and Jackson over the back, here we go. Christensen off the right boot. Through for another one for Geelong, behind this time. Damien Christensen, a left foot kick, forced to kick that with his right boot.
It's the obvious one, straight out towards Pirrie. Now he swings it into the middle now to find Keel. Keel breaks away from Ablett this time. He's run a full measure as well. Gets us not a very good kick. Oh, to favour Bison. He timed that to a T. It was a centre half back. Across to Byrne. Geelong swinging play from one flank to the other. Turner breaks away there from a slower Tomei. Turner did well on that second term. Kicked a classic goal. A left foot poor kick towards that's Williams, his start of that second term. Across to Christensen, over to Bruns. Bruns within kicking distance. Let's go with the full clout on that one. Let's off the through. Good on you, Neville Bruns. 3 goals, you're a star. Well, Geelong seemingly can do no wrong with very limited opposition in most quarters put up by the St Kilda side. They're beating them in the ruck across the centre, particularly across the forward line, and Williams starring in the centre for Geelong.
.68 points the margin in favour of the Cats. Crow doing well now against Mossop at the centre bounces, but look at the big fellow, so agile, follows up superbly, up to half forward. Johnston spills it, Jackson puts the body in, goal number 6 for Jackson, it is. Oh, he does it well. Perhaps not for the Lodge, but maybe for Mayor of Geelong. 6 goals to Jackson, and enjoying every one of them against his former club, St Kilda.
Well, that lifts his tally, I think, for the year. Well, it is for the year. 26 goals for Jacko in 5 games. Jackson starting at full forward for Geelong. He just kicked his 6th goal. Mossop was beaten by Crow this time. It's Keel, the energetic St Kilda small man. Sharon, his 3rd kick for the match. Oh, hospital kick. Terry Smith in trouble. Quickly back towards Sharon. Over now to Daryl Cunningham. Ablett had him. The umpire with a good view of that, picking him off and saying it's a free kick to Smith for St Kilda. Given the lead there by Jeff Cunningham, who going quick because he didn't kick it to him. A 15-metre penalty going against Drum. And Smith to take the long kick. Well, he has Lockett right down there at full forward in the goal square. And that's where he's heading now. Chipping in there is Fashini, good play. Backwards to Cunningham. Cunningham shrugs off the tackle, can't get clear. Down to Barker, his first game for the season. Let's fly with a left footer. But marked in the teeth there by Reed.
Across to Boz. Boz coming to the grandstand side. Bright up high. Crash. Down goes the pack. Keel to tidy up for the Saints. Goes short. Barker moving around a bit more with mobility in this 3rd term. Goes wide, looking for Fashini. Reed the spoil, does it well. Mace on the ground, leading Tui in the race for the ball. Tui puts the body in, knocks the ball back. Reed knocks it away. That's good play by the Geelong defence, and it's out of bounds. Good, desperate football that by Tui and Reed.
And here's the man of the day. It's Mossop. Consummate ease. Not this time. Bad tackle there on Sharon. Goes backwards to Crows, playing about 2 kicks behind the game. Puts a long kick to centre half forward, but St Kilda too short. It's Rayburn. Acosta Boz. Oh, this is good stuff as Boz follows downfield. Gets a kick onto the half forward line now. In front there is Cowie, and Cowie's mark.
Cowie at centre half back. Hands full on Johnson. Oh, that's a poor kick. Straight to drum. Claimed by Crow as he was about to play on. To half forward, Bright turned his back. Elphingston the fist away out as far as Peak. That'll bring a bit of rain. Perry, unopposed, quickly across to Morwood. Morwood back to Elphingston as Peak comes in a little late. Elphingston wasting no time, back into the centre. Jeff Cunningham, playing at centre half forward, goes for a long one out towards Smith. Back to Jeff Cunningham. Good lead, Lockett. He's a lovely mover, this boy. Tremendous potential. How'd he be in a top side, Jeff?
Oh, it's pretty marvellous. He's such a, as you say, he's got so much potential for an 18-year-old.
Well, St Kilda have kicked 3-3, and young Tony Lockett has kicked their 3 goals. He's well within scoring range, 55 metres out, almost directly in front. Well, he's blotted his copybook there. It's offline. He's first behind and St Kilda's 4th.
It's a bit far out that time to really have a lot of assurance. I think went for the long one and it seemed to sap his concentration somewhat. 3-4 the Saints, 14-11 Geelong. This is Boss. Well, it's a lovely kick right into the centre of the field. Peak at the back there, won't come his way. Elphingston wrestling away with the ball and gets the kick. Certainly taking his time. Lockett again in good position. Oh, lovely mark. Beats 2 of them, beats Boss and also the experienced Rayburn, but he certainly had a lot of way on there.
Again, he's a long way out, Jeff, and this is the problem. He has to come so far down the ground now to get his kicks, young Lockett. Too far out to score this time. Flanagan in front. Couldn't hold the mark. Smith comes out with the ball, and it will be bounced 20 metres or so out from St Kilda's goal. Geelong well in front. They lead by 73 points. Down to Terry Smith. Kick well smothered. Will be bounced again. No one gained any initiative from that last bounce. See if you can do better, Jeff.
It's going to make it very, very difficult for either side to get it out of that gaggle of players. Mossop superb. Christensen it is. Down to Terry Bright. Terry Bright and it's good. Terry Bright had it taken away from him. The umpire really let that one go as Nagel showing Narkle with superb balance and poise and a lovely kick out of Daryl Cunningham and the 15-metre penalty there. No, it's not. Oh.
Fell over. Up to full forward. Down to Sharon from the behind post, right across the face. Out on the fall. Tui to take the free kick for Geelong. Good umpiring that, I thought, because Drum came in and Daryl Cunningham just fell over. Tui. Peak leads in front of Elphingston. Gets a shove right in the middle of the back. Peak covers a lot of ground to get his kicks. He's down at half back. Clean shaven Brian Peak this afternoon, and he's now got a 15-metre penalty. Johnston. Oh, he nearly held it. Williams, look at this hand pass. Beauty on the Drum. Drum runs his full measure. Has a look at the goals. It's floating, but Perry's right there on the line, and Jackson will be disappointed because he let out, and Drum didn't look at Jackson. He looked at the goals. Now, the man on the mark is being brought back, Yates. Perry comes to the grandstand side. Elphingston the target. Williams the spoil. Down to Cronin. Gets boot the ball. Throw in between wing and half back on the grandstand side. Geelong 95 leads Kilda 22. 16 minutes gone in the third term.
St Kilda side really upset when Sidebottom came up just before quarter time, allowed Mossop to take over the run. But here's his opponent now, it's Crow, who put in that position at the start of this third term. Good play there by Byrne, and better balance there by Jeff Cunningham. Turns, not a very good kick, or is it? Oh, caught on the top there by his brother. Tomei across towards Terry Smith. Smith's long kick, he's hooked it, and he's put it through from behind. Oh, has he? Yes. Boss had it, but the ball had already travelled over the line.
Boz enjoying the role of full-back for Geelong this season. Straight down the ground. Cunningham up high. Williams puts his head into the pack. He'll lose it if he continues to do that. Ball to be bounced just between centre and centre-half forward. The Saints playing a little better in this third term. Certainly stopped the Cats' momentum. To May putting the Saints back into attack. Boz in front. Fisted right out of the pack to Yates. On the Tui. Tui gets a bit of a trip, but keeps going with a full head of steam wide. Cowie couldn't hold it. To May, doing well on Turner out there, gets it back to Cowie. Cowie gives it on to Mace. Mace, the long strides, gives Lockett the opportunity. Young John to spoil Barker at the back of the pack. Just offline. And when your luck's out, they don't bounce through when perhaps the good sides score from that position. And behind to Barker, but he certainly played with a little bit more ginger in this third term.
He's put on his short-sleeve Guernsey in this second half. That's a lovely kick once more. Oh, gee whiz, Yates and complied there. Handball back by Ficini to another smart mover in Narkle. That's a lovely blistering pass down to the forward line. Oh, great attempt there. And what it's all about in defence is Tui. Oh, it's not Tui, he's a lookalike. It's Gary Johns.
Grabbed by Cunningham. Jeff gets it across to Darrell to Narkle. Back towards Jeff Cunningham. Bruns puts his body in. Oh, Barker there with inspirational play. Drives the Saints into attack. Lockett. What a great effort. Now he's just about within scoring range this time. And Barker has really given them a bit of ginger. He's really lifted his own game there. Tremendous effort to get the ball. He's had 5 kicks in this term, Barker. And Lockett, the opportunity here to kick his 4th and the Saints' 4th goal. No mistake about that. 4 goals to Lockett, 4 goals, 6 to St.Kilda.
Well, he's certainly standing a giant in this very ordinary St Kilda side. Speaking about their full forward Lockett, it's a young 18-year-old that has done everything that he possibly knows and possibly can with his limited opportunities to try and keep the Saints in it. So it's St Kilda on 30, well behind Geelong on 95. As Crowe gets that one away nicely. Williams have been a champion centre player. Across to Yates. Yates at centre half forward with a floating kick to full forward. Christensen, not for him this time. Whoops. Looks like Perry coming in. Forward couldn't and tackling crudely, and that tackle slipped up around the neck, as you can see.
It's going the other way.
And Terry Smith copped one in the mouth as well. So it's Carey to take the free kick. He's getting it. A short one to Ficini. Just inside the boundary line. Runs backward, uses pace to get away from Ablett. Cronin. Likewise, clever play. The long kick to centre half forward. Cunningham, Barker. To Bacchus Tui. Kicks it to the main, running into open spaces. That's Turner. No one within cue of him, but it's a fickle bounce. Robs him of it. Tomei gives it to Robinson, and the Saints live again. They're looking good now. Across the May, 60 metres from goal. He's caught, pulled to the ground. Great tackle from Pete. Cunningham gets back into it. Keeler has a chance this time. 30 metres out. A long straight kick, and it's there. Best piece of football that St Kilda's been able to muster in 2.5 quarters. That's possibly been the highlight of their day as far as the team effort's concerned, because at least 10 players got in the act then.
Centre square infringement, and it's the Geelong trainer on the ground. So quickly taken by Crowe. The Saints really livened up in this third term. Paddled away towards Flanagan. Boz. Beautiful smother by Barker. They're really inspired now, the Saints. Out to Barker again. Reid. Good fish by Reid. And the Saints certainly saving a little face in this third term after some of their supporters booed them off the ground at half-time. They've added 3 goals, 4 in this third quarter so far, and Geelong have scored just 2-1. Down to Turner, in trouble. Gone too far for Brums. There's a high tackle, and a free kick to the Geelong skipper.
Straight down the centre, the best place to go to Johnson, who gets away. Narkle running with the fight of the ball. All tackled crudely there by Johnson, but plays allowed to go on. Cowie cleverly back. There's three St.Kilda players there. Narkle ran into trouble there. Nowhere to go. The tackle looks a bit high, and Narkle takes the free. At the Pirrie. Who to the centre wing. Crow and Mossop. And Bruns burrowing in there like a tiger.
58 points the difference at the moment. The Saints down. You'd think they're only a couple of kicks away from the lead. The way their supporters have come to life. Free kick to Mossop against Crow. A lot of ruck infringements being paid today, Jeff.
Yes.
Up to centre half forward, Johnson, who's been quiet this term. Good tackle. Ball scooped out to give Turner the opportunity. Oh, he threads his way there through beautifully. Too far for Jackson. The little fellow's got it. Christensen, he's not paid. Back to Brown. Away come the Saints. Their defence has been magnificent in this third term. Crow and Mossop. Down to Ablett, scouting well. Ablett will steady and kick it right into full forward. Right over the head of full forward, but he's offline. Good scouting by Ablett, unrewarded with the inaccurate kick.
It was a good kick from Ablett, wasn't it? On running flat out too. We put a good 60 metres into that one. And to Tremay. Half volley, look out, Christensen got him. Pirrie picks up. Right on the boundary line, hooks the ball back in towards the centre. Knocked out a chance for Williams. He's been quiet this quarter, had a brilliant second turn. Terry Wright, a nice swerve. Williams was there when he was needed. Robbed of it by the hard tackling and fighting Mace. On the keel who kicked that brilliant goal, their last one. Down a half forward. Saints are into it. Smith's got it. Trevor Barker running back, and a 15-metre penalty against Johns in his first game for the Cats, but he's played pretty well. And Smith within scoring distance. He's hooked that one. It won't make the distance either. Long arms have got it. Is it Barker? No, it's Lockett. Strong marking Lockett, but I think Barker knew that he had the best grasp of the ball. And the mark's gone to young star in Tony Lockett, who's already kicked 4. 2 in the first term. St Kilda didn't get a goal in the second term. And Lockett's kicked 2 out of their 3 in this third term. Young 18-year-old. Lots of football in front of him. He missed.
Costly mistake by the young fellow. He should have made more of that. 4-2 his tally of St Kilda's 5 goals, 8. Certainly a lot more spirit about the Saints' play and better football in this third term. Boz, Flanagan. Byrne is there for Geelong. Gee, the hospital kicked that one. Mace read it well. Up to half forward where Reid was in front of Chiron, out to Big Mossop. Oh, he's an agile big fellow. To Ablett. Helped by the momentum from Crow. Wants to do too much. He's run too far again. Twice this term, Gary Ablett has run too far. He knows it. Turner comes in and tells him to get rid of it, do something with it, his skipper. And he gets it well, but he's got to do more with it.
Mark gives a kick to Elphingston, who goes straight back down the centre. Jeff Cunningham had a hand to it, lost it. Keel gets it, across to Ward, who gave him a good call. Ward has had a good match, not a good kick either. Johns has got it. Well, I think he might have been a bit lucky, Smoker there. I feel that it may have just chipped the ground beforehand.
I think the cricket umpire went to slow motion replay on that one, Jeff, to see whether it was a bump ball. Cowie beautifully over the top of Johnston, and Cowie has been a key player in the Saints' revival this third term because he shut Johnston right out of the game. The focal point at centre half forward. He goes straight down the ground. Toohey knocks it away, but only as far as Jeff Cunningham. But Toohey falls over it again. And this time it'll be bounced at centre half forward. And there's a little bit of untidy work in there after the whistle has gone. Geelong 96 leads St Kilda 38, and we enter time on in this third term.
St Kilda's half-forward line around about it. Moss has been superb in the ruck. That was Byrne who kicked the ball out. Oh, the bounce came back nice and McBride who slipped over, allowing Fashini to pick it up. Very clever. Good play there from Fashini, or was it? No, he's robbed St Kilda possession now. Geelong have got it. The ball up. The Saints, in fact, have outscored Geelong in this third term, which has been their best. Kicked 3 goals for the term when they can only manage 2 goals in the previous 2 quarters. There's the ball up. It's a good one. Mossop beats Crow. Christensen kicks the ball, not a good one. Cowie enjoying it at centre half back. He has certainly taken Johnson right out of the game.
Geelong skipper Turner content to paddle the ball over the line. Boundary throwing it left half forward. Johnston over the back, but only as far as forward. Cronin away for the Saints to Bright. Ablett. Now what will he do at this time? Kick it quickly. Look at that. When he gets it, he can kick it a country kilometre. Jackson in front. He's got it. Play on. Jackson bursts his way through. Gets boot the ball. Chance for Perry. Drum throws himself at him, but it comes out to Elphingston. He doesn't get a good bounce. Johnson to come in for the Cats, and he gets Elphingston well. Tamaya's there. Elphingston, he's claimed again. Keel, he's claimed. Breaks the tackle. It was a bit high. Play on's the call. Away come the Saints through to May. Oh, Reeder's in front. Backs his judgment. It comes as far as Fashini. Across the ground he goes, looking for Smith. Peake is there for Geelong. Kicks it away. And a chance for Christensen to get there first. And he goes to his skipper Turner. Narkle a bit late, but he spoils. Turner gets it across to Drum. Oh! Drum pulled around the head, was going to get the free. 3/4 time at Moorabbin. Geelong 14.
Start of the final term at Moorabbin. The Saints have got a mammoth task to overcome. 58 points down, but they played a better third term. Moss has been great in the ruck. The Saints can do attack quickly. Cunningham and his brother, and Cunningham, it's Darrell this time. Nicely across there to Mace. Mace 30 metres out, but it's a terrible kick, but what a lovely mark by Moss. A beauty. Up out in the back pocket. Kicked down there by Johns. Found nicely by Williams. Had a wonderful first half. Not so prominent in the third term. Brings it across to Reed. Geelong doing it easily in this term. Tamay now playing on Turner. Tamay is marked. He's taller and stronger.
Done quite well on Turner since moving there after half-time. Most of the Saints have lifted their play since the interval. Mace couldn't hold his mark. He's been a goer all day. Keel took plenty of time to get rid of it. Jeff Cunningham. A bounce at left half forward for the Saints. Mossop unopposed, so that's why he grabs it. Too quick for Williams to Flanagan. Flanagan coming into the side as a late replacement for Reynolds at centre half back. Johnston will play Cowie. Cowie done well on Johnston since half time. Mossop being the dominant big man, beautifully to Williams. Out to Turner, who plays it cleverly. Can't quite control it. Ball definitely crossed the line, but it's allowed to go on to May, to Brown. And all on his own is Smith in the centre. To Narkle. Interception by Ablett for a push. Ablett will get the free. And a 15-metre penalty as Jeff Cunningham, with again an undisciplined passage of play, pushes Ablett over after he'd been awarded the free. Ablett goes long. Yates in front. Johnston takes it off the pack. Takes too long to get rid of it. When he does, he throws it. Cronin to free. Forward. Doesn't know where to go. Boundary line's the best.
Now Mossop and Crow goes down underneath Mossop. Flick out of the pack up towards Tui. Two he gathers, gets past the tackle from Cunningham. Williams, the centre player, gets it, drives it down towards Johnston. Could have taken it. Terry Bright, handballs to the opposition, pad play by Bright. Forwards found the going hard today. He can't get the game at all together. But Narkle's been on the receiving end of many passes. Clears it with a good kick this time. Now to Lockett. Almost a one-hander. Goes after it on the ground. Good play by Lockett. Throws his body on it. Flicks it out. Reed could go backwards anyway to Johns. Slung aside. Slung aside. Strong tackle put on him by Barker. Not Barker, it's Cunningham, number 5. Barker's taken his long sleeve Guernsey off.
Gee, they look alike, Jeff, don't they? Barker's got a bit shorter hair this season.
Cunningham, a strong, a good player for St Kilda, has been for a number of years. One of the few experienced players in their lineup. Running in for his first goal. Well, that was dreadful. Jeff Cunningham, that was a very undisciplined kick for goal. One behind, resulting from a kick from point-blank range about 25 metres out, is disgraceful.
Yes, for an experienced footballer, he should have made more of that. Boz, with the players standing flat-footed, it's falling a bit short, and the man putting himself in front is young Johns, and my word, he's made a fine debut in the back pocket. He's had Barker to tag, he gets it across to Boz. Boz goes long, Johnston and Cowie, one out. Good spoil by Cowie, well read by Keel. Looking for Smith in the centre, over his head, through comes Big Mossop, loses possession, runs, he's well tackled, the ball perhaps pinned to him, no, says the umpire. Fashini to get the free, Brunn's not happy. Fashini right in the middle, out the big throw, can he get there? Yes he can, he just controls it well. Now the big fellow, with the breeze at his back, I would think should be able to score from here. Oh, that's a good kick by Crowe. He will score. Can't do better than that. Lovely kick by Crowe. His first and the Saints' 6th goal. They really have done better since half-time. They're down by 51 points.
Well, they have outscored Geelong in the second half. In fact, Geelong have not scored in this final term. So St Kilda finishing on better than Geelong in the second half of the match. They're in possession once more. Ball coming out of the centre. And Keel's played a heavy game, playing around that middle of the mud. Across to DeMay, across to Smith. Tackle strongly by Ablett, threw him down, which is legitimate. Flanagan a bit slow. Yates gets it now to centre half forward to Johnson. Johnson and Cowie, man in front was Moore, he won't get it. Here's Peake trying to battle his way through. Williams is a cool player. Nicely across there to Turner. Turner stands his ground, gets his balance right. Now towards Jackson in front. That's good play. That's really first-class stuff. And a good lead by Jacko. And when he likes to lead and take the mark in front, he can do it. And how many times today has he been going for the ball with one arm? I think it's because he's been holding the full-back away from him and attempting to mark with one arm, but whatever he's been doing, it's got to be right because he has kicked 6 goals. Well, what a build-up, and Jacko really pulled that one. It's out on the full. And the Saints fans are giving him the raspberry.
He might suggest they look at the scoreboard, Jeff, because the Cats lead by 51 points and he's kicked 6 goals. Out the half-back, Cowie. Been a fine player for St Kilda since half-time, to Narkle, to Fashini. They're looking a lot better, the Saints. Byrne to spoil. Here's the chance for Elphingston, he's right down at half-forward, Barker. Good play. And I tell you what, they weren't too impressed with what Jeff Cunningham did there. The notebook's coming out. The Cunningham brothers are fairly fired up, as are one or two of the Geelong boys. We've got a trainer in there as well. And the photographers are there. The St Kilda runner is far away.
It's getting worse. A few knees and things coming into it now.
I'll tell you what, the boys will be busy on Monday night.
Yes, the trainer should not get into the act, Smokey. And this little guy over here is about 4 foot nothing. It's had those big burly fellas. Oh, the umpire was given a decent shove then.
Very nasty scene. Very nasty here at Moorabbin. And Flanagan, I think, might get a free kick out of all this. I think it looked like he'd been in a decent sort of street brawl after all that. Ball's coming off Barker, and it will go to Flanagan, I'm sure. Jeff Cunningham, I would say, has been reported without doubt. The ball is going back now. It's going to Johns. After Barker had taken the mark, and that might just tell a few stories as to what's happened, but that was really an ugly incident, particularly when you get trainers involved. Umpire still talking to Flanagan. My word, he is really steamed up. Tough initiation for young Johns. Ball holding in the breeze. There'll be a whistle on this pretty quickly, I think. Cowie, Elphingston. He's tackled by Tui very well. Keel. Another blue to May. And we've put another blue. The boundary umpire is coming in. Frustrated players everywhere. Cronin's getting this free kick at left half forward.
It hasn't made much difference, the free kick, to what's happening there at the moment, has it? The free kick's to the left of the picture.
That was back near centre half forward. This is back on the flank, Cronin. The boundary umpire went out, so they'll wait until he has had a chat with the field umpire. The boundary umpire's going up. Elphingston's having his number taken, for sure. He'll spend a bit of time at VFL House on Monday night, in one form or another.
Well, that may quieten things down a bit. Elphingston runs off. Cronin to have the shot to goal. I think what he should do right now is to have the long shot, try to kick the goal. The short pass now can only result in another one of these punch-ups, or an ugly incident. Going to land short. Lockett was there. Barker was at the back of the pack. Runs waiting for it to come through. He's pulled away from the ball. Umpire very quickly to rush in there and give a free kick. Now it's on again with the Cunningham in it, this time with young Johns, number 46, and it's his initiation in league football. He's played well. Well, Bruns gets a clearing kick to the opposite pocket. It's Reid who kicks the Cats well out of defence up towards Drum. Yeah, Mark forward easily then. Now Drum going back to have a long kick. He's off. Across to Reid. Reid tries to sell it. He does. Reid moving down the half-forward line now. Straight out towards full 40. Yates. Oh, that's Jacko rather. He flew like a beauty. It's Peary. Clearing kick across the centre to Jeff Cunningham. Chewy got it. Got his hands to it. Goes after it. Cunningham was forward. Hips and shoulders and everything being used freely. Free kick going to Tui.
Tui plays it wide, bit far for Drum, and it's a boundary throw in on the outer wing. I think there might be a few myths about Geelong laid to rest this afternoon.
Yes, Marky, you're right. They've shown a lot of courage.
They lead by 51 points at the 11-minute mark of the final term. I think perhaps a little light rain now starting to fall, which won't help. Bruns is kick smothered. Drum falls on it, paddles it back to only as far as Keel to Cronin. Chance here for a free kick to Geelong. Gee, that St.Kilda tackling is crude. Byrne goes down. That time it was Frawley jumping right into his back. In towards Boz, the fullback up in the centre. Barker has it. Oh, he was tackled badly too. Cunningham gets it out to Fashini. Chance here for St Kilda. On towards Daryl Cunningham. Good spoil by Reid. Tui overruns it. Now a chance for Daryl Cunningham again. Off the left boot. Offline. Behind, and perhaps he should have made a little more of that. Second behind for Daryl Cunningham.
Boss was facing the right way and just nonchalantly pops into the arms there of Johns. Johns out towards the wing. Rayburn, best chance, just patch it back. Good pick up here, down towards Bruns. Christensen can't get away with it. Narkle gets in there. Bruns does now, fends off in a panic, gets the ball further down forward. The players a while to pick up that one. Cowie, who's had a good third quarter on centre half back for St Kilda.
Done well on Johnston, big Cowie. Going to contest this throw as Crow comes in to support and knocks the ball back towards the boundary line. Cronin to Mace, back towards the centre and Keel. On to Fashini. St Kilda moving the ball more positively. Jeff Cunningham into centre. Across to May. Lead by Lockett, and he came underneath the ball. Bad kick, Boz. Gets it out to his captain, Turner. Turner on to Ablett. He'll be forced to kick this time. Geez, a long kick of the ball. That's floating a bit in the breeze. Johnston comes in. Strong play here by Pirrie. Look at that for a kick. Johns. Barker falls over at the crucial moment. His recovery is good. The snap, not good. Out of bounds on the fall. Free kick to Geelong to be taken by Boz.
Geelong have been kept scoreless by the reliving Saints in this final term, yet they themselves have put on 1 goal too. So that scored Geelong in the second half. The kick's a long one coming back into the centre of the field. Geelong man in front there has taken the mark. It's the big fella Flanagan. He's just standing up a bit there, you should see, because he was really heavily involved physically and mentally in that Valley a short time back in this quarter. Down to centre half for the Johnson. Cowie's beaten him pointless. Drum. Mace a strong player. Quickly out to Fashini. He's shepherded well by Keel. Fashini breaks away, gets a long kick straight down to full forward. On back Boz. Oh, got his hands to it. Daryl Cunningham, Boz fighting again. Here's a go by Smith. Turned around, Cook a bit slow, touched. Thumped down by Reid. Again, Smith tries to break away. He's playing his heart out there. The free kick goes against him, holding the ball to Toohey with Geelong.
Geez, a good player, Toohey. Very strong and very cool. Coming round the members' wing. A new boy on the ground there, number 45 is Cleve. Having a run, and it's that boundary thrown at left half forward for the Saints. Geelong lead by 50 points, and we've played 15 minutes in the final term. Mossop, and the ruck free kick, and he's had plenty of those today, big John Mossop, because he's got in front. Turner, Cleve over the back. Big fellow couldn't hold it. Mace. Toohey. Marks at half back.
Toohey's kick towards the centre. Carry from behind, couldn't take this one. Ablett breaks away. Boji can kick the football when he wants to. That's a distance to Bruns and Jackson at the back. This Brown just kept it in. Smith outmarked there by Drum. Christian couldn't keep the ball within the boundaries. Throw in. Mossop nicely down towards Christensen. Hipped out of the way there by Big Crow. Ablett gets away nicely. It's a bit too hard. Right for Narkle, who slipped in well. Ablett hurls himself and roly-poly. Play on. Picked up by Sharon. Now Sharon into Barker. Oh, got there, but couldn't take the mark. Toohey is strong, courageous.
Yes.
Oh, play for that. And Cunningham once again gets into the act. He's undisciplined, this Daryl Cunningham. Ridiculous free kick. Toohey bounces up. Cunningham knew he made the mistake and scampers back down the field as Toohey's kicks a long one. Pack of players get up. Crow marks it easily.
15-metre penalty for Crow. He's now told to play on. Kicks quickly. Flanagan marks at centre half back. Does look like he's been in a bit of a street fight, doesn't it? Oh, back into the centre. Down to Elphingston. I'm glad I was up here and not out there. Reid, Boz. Boz does it well. They've had a tremendous tussle, Boz and Lockett. Cowie. He marks at centre half back. Who to? Flanagan. That's a free kick. If for nothing else from the treatment he's got in the last 10 minutes or so. For a state player, Jeff Cunningham should be more disciplined. Out to Mossop. Peak. Good smother. Bounty throwing on the grandstand wing. Geelong lead by 50 points at the 18-minute mark of the final term.
The big fella Mossop takes it, a 15-metre penalty as an add-on. Anna Jackson, who's kicked sixth, he got up high then too. Ball punched away by the Saints. It's a go here with three of the defenders. They'll run down the field, they'll link up pretty well here. Trying to knuckle. A good lead there from Lockett. A quick lead from Lockett. What a beautiful pass from Knuckle. Young Lockett hasn't done much wrong today. He's really shown some football ability with his leading and his marking and mostly straight kicking. He has kicked four. Forced to kick from a long way, but it's a lovely long kick, but he's found the centre okay. A beautiful goal from Tony Lockett for his fifth. And the Saints have really outscored Geelong in the second half. In fact, they've kept Geelong's score in the second and third terms to 2-2, which was the same score St Kilda were able to muster in the first quarter. So it's been a great fight back by a very untidy, undisciplined St Kilda. How they've done it, I don't know, but we're just watching them put it together now.
Geelong leading by 44 points, 20 minutes into the final term. They've led by 21 at quarter time, 67 at half time, and 58 at three-quarter time as Narkle puts the Saints back into attack. Johns and Barker. Johns does it well, gets the fist of the ball, and it's out of bounds at right half forward. I think he has a future in league football. Gary Johns, number 46 for Geelong. Mossop over the back with Flanagan and Jeff Cunningham. There's Johns again, well tackled by Barker, breaks out of the tackle and the ball slews across the line. Light rain falling at Moorabbin. 44 points the lead to Geelong. Down to Bruns, kick smothered, pushed out by Williams. Hand pass back by Frawley to Fashini. Tui, probably the most consistent player on the ground.
He's played the four quarters. The player that I was impressed with in the first half with Williams, but he's gone right out of it. Keel's beaten him in the second half. Centre player. Bruns has been a battler, a trier. Once again, the ball out of play. 20 minutes through the final term. Geelong leading by 44 points. Mossop, not a good one out of the pack there. Alfingston. Not on. Sharon breaks away with the ball. Charging in towards full forward. Spice there, and Lockett takes the loose ball, turns. An awkward one with his wrong foot this time. Daryl Cunningham got it! Well, he's made up for the errors he's been party to during the game. That was a gutsy mark. And we must consider that this fellow, congratulated by his elder brother there, is a gutsy player. Really couldn't have missed from there, and he didn't. That's the Saints' 8th goal. The 3rd for the term, and they've managed to keep Geelong scoreless in this final term.
The Cats led by 67 points at half-time after a demoralising second quarter burst when the Saints had just one behind. And now it's the Cats' turn to struggle. The margin reduced to 38 points. The Saints storming home. The time perhaps is going to beat them. Crow gets the big tap down. Williams to Yates. Yates will drive the Cats into attack, but Elphingston's in the road for St Kilda. Across to Brown. Brown has been a pretty solid contributor. And there's the mark by Johns. Johns comes to the grandstand side. Sharon, a good smother. Takes the ball well out of bounds. Reed. Turner's got the ride over the top of Keel. To May. He's still going. To May goes in short, the Big Crow. And he's within scoring distance. And the Cats have stopped to a walk. There'll be a fair bit of time on because we've had a very nasty all-in brawl early in this final term. Oh, Crow needed to do better than that. In fact, he put it out of bounds on the full, perhaps striving for that little bit of extra distance, hooking it just a fraction, and the resultant free kick will be taken by Boz for Geelong.
Saints seem to be much eager to get the ball. Keel breaks into the pack, breaks away from the pack, and then a Lockett in front of the pack. Oh, Barker got his hands to it, looking for the mark. It's not on. Umpire rushing in, a free kick around the neck. Around the neck to Lockett. But Lockett surely will boot his 6th goal to equal Jackson's number at the other end of the field. It's an incredible turnabout at Moorabbin. You'd have written the Saints off hopelessly at half-time, but they've kept Geelong's score to 2 goals, 2 in the second half. Tony Lockett has been one of their champions today. Just a few of them, but Lockett, he has kicked these 6, so both full forwards have kicked 6 goals.
Six goals, 2 for Lockett, 6 goals straight for Jackson at the other end. And that's both full forwards in this match with 26 goals so far for the season, an average of better than 5 a game. Well, the difference has decreased again. It's 32 points. Crow gets the big knock to Jeff Cunningham. Narkle and Byrne. Narkle with great courage. Couldn't quite control it. Oh, he's tackled high. Goes short. Fashini right into full forward Lockett. Magnificent effort by Lockett. And he goes back to fire for his 7th as we enter time on in this final term. Magnificent fight back by St Kilda here at Moorabbin since half-time. That's his 7th.
Well, what an amazing turnaround. It's a game of 2 halves. I think time's going to beat St Kilda. 26. Well, I guess they'll have a good 5 minutes of play left. Geelong have absolutely stopped to a walk. They looked like a team of champions in the first half and doing everything right with everyone playing well, but since half-time, St Kilda have kept them to 2 goals, 2. They've stormed right over the top of them. The underdogs are the crowd's favourite at the moment. That's St Kilda as Crow thumps the ball down, picked up by Sentiment Keel. Out of the pack is Williams for the Cats. They haven't scored, they've not scored in this final term. Elphick is going to make sure it doesn't happen across to Cowie. Cowie's kick into the centre, marked there by the big fella Crow, who's really come to life in the second half, together with about 15 of his teammates. Play on, Ray Byrne, judged the bounce nicely. Kicks along one straight back. Half forward to Cleve. Cleve's mark. Geelong had trouble getting past the centre in this last quarter. It's been all St Kilda.
Yates calls for it, that's where it's going. He's hipped out by Moore, and he takes the cool mark. Good effort by Yates. And that's the timely one they wanted. Jackson the target. Shepherded away. Off the pack to Cronin. Back towards Tomei and Turner. The Geelong skipper outpointed. Tomei's done well. It chips Ablett for Geelong. This play, oh, he threw it over his head. Free kick to St Kilda. And he had 2 men in support with a kick. Elphingston and a 15-metre penalty. Play's allowed to go on. Close to the boundary line. Peake. Back to Boz. Boz's kick is smothered. Turner puts himself in with speed. Down goes Turner. Christensen is there. Big Mossop tries to control it. chance for St Kilda. Daryl Cunningham onto his brother Jeff. The grandstand alive. Cunningham on to Keel. Keel, a beautiful short pass. Fashini. Lockett was there. Fashini quickly on to Narkle going by. Narkle going goalwards. And he's offline. And he's kicked the behind. Wasted opportunity for the Saints. Narkle's first score. And perhaps Fashini should have gone back and had the set shot at goal. 28 minutes gone. Time running out for the Saints. They trail by 25 points.
Fine rain coming down. It's Flanagan, the big fella, boots the ball back into play. That's a mark. Mark for the Cats, but they put in a shocking second half. Bernard Tilley has taken, he's played well. He's done what he could, everything he could possibly do. Out to Mossop, the ruckman. Bright. Over the top. Christensen. The run through from Bright. This looks good. Terry Bright will need a long kick this time, straight up into the teeth of goal. Brunt is there. Brunt is marked. What a beauty. What a gutsy mark to the red-headed Rover. He's kicked three. Did not take his eyes off the ball. A couple of burly St Kilda defenders bearing down on him, but right in the teeth of goal for the first score in the final quarter, almost at the 30-minute mark. 4 goals to Neville Brunt.
And they breathe a deep sigh of relief, the Cats, as the margin is 31 points at the 29-minute mark of the final term. What a magnificent mark by Brunt coming in from the side. Almost full time. The Cats in front. Fashini takes it away for the Saints. Barker and Johns. Barker, play on, unpaid. Perhaps with the rain falling he could have been. Out to Jeff Cunningham. To Fashini. He goes off the side of the boot. Clever kick, but just a bit far for Daryl Cunningham. And there'll be a throw-in the left forward pocket for the Saints. And Geelong will be glad when the final siren sounds here at Moorabbin this afternoon. 4 hard-earned points for them. Mossop. Quick whistle to bounce that.
So it was all done and all won in the second quarter when Geelong kicked 7 goals and they kept the Saints scores. The Saints second half are really fought back, as you see there, with an eye on the ball, committing themselves, the body. Rain still falling. Push backwards. Jeff Cunningham charged after. That's Drum. Drum not going to surrender easily. Narkle been a wonderful player in the second half. So too is Keel, playing in the centre against Williams. Ball up, 90 metres out from the Saints' goal.
Knocked away by Boz, only as far as Fashini. That's a good kick by Fashini. Free kick to Geelong. On the siren. And Geelong had won here at Moorabbin by 31 points. 15-12, 102 to 10-12, 72. And, well, the scoreboard shows 10-11, 71. We'll just wait till the goal umpires wave the flag.